Derby County have joined a host of Championship clubs in the hunt for Liverpool youngster James McConnell. Now, the midfielder is 20 years old and he's very highly rated at Anfield, but looks to be heading out on loan this season. Now, it's going to be very, very interesting to see where he does end up with, at the moment, Derby County, West Brom and Ipswich all chasing the signing of the Liverpool youngster. Now, he is apparently in the process of signing a new long-term contract, which will keep him at Liverpool for probably another 3 or 4 years. Now, what does that mean for Derby County? What does it mean for West Brom? And what does that mean for Ipswich? It means that this is a deal that Liverpool want to get done for the benefit of James McConnell. They want him to be playing more and more senior football as he looks to potentially find himself into their first team. But who has the benefit and who could get this deal done? That's what we're going to look into in this video. Now, obviously, if you have not done so already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But should we get into it? Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets. James McConnell is a 20-year-old central midfielder, currently valued at around €2 million as per that of Transfer Market, and obviously is part of Liverpool's under-21 system. Now, he does have a contract up until, I believe, the end of, it might be this season or next season, but they are looking to extend that a little bit further at Liverpool. Now, at 20 years old, there's a lot of growth and development still to see in James McConnell, but where are we going to see that? Now, he has played youth international football, and over the course of his career so far, he hasn't left Liverpool. Now, he's played loads for Liverpool, 98 times across the course of under-18s, UEFA Youth League, Premier League 2, the EFL Cup, the EFL Trophy. I think he's played in the Europa League as well as the Champions League, which is obviously really, really important for him. And it opens up those doors about sort of the technical ability and the quality that he does have and the potential that Liverpool do see in him. Now, over the course of his career so far, he's made 13 senior appearances, collecting 1 assist, obviously, for Liverpool's main team. But he's played a range of different positions. He's played all through midfield, as well as playing at right back, right wing back, left wing back. He's also played in left wing and as a centre forward on just 1 occasion. But where would we see him if he was at Derby County? Now, for me, I think it's quite an obvious answer. We'd see him in that central midfield role where he'd sort of be that key figure for Derby County, where they'd sort of have him probably in a midfield 3 with the likes of Ibu Adams, the likes of Kenzo Heldmine, and maybe even the likes of Ben Osborne and Liam Thompson. But I think what the important thing is for Derby County is that as much as this would be his first loan move away from Liverpool, it wouldn't be his first time playing senior football. He's trained with the first team quite a lot at Liverpool. If you look at sort of the appearances he's made and things like that, and I think that's very, very good for Derby County. Now, obviously, you look at the other clubs interested, Ipswich, West Brom, and there's probably some others in the background as well. And obviously, it's not going to be an easy deal for Derby to get done. Now, obviously, the importance for Derby is making sure that we bring in the right players who have the right quality and the right ability to be able to improve what we currently have. And I think someone in James McConnell certainly has that ability to be able to improve what we have and have an impact on this Derby County side. Now, what I do think is really important for Derby is when they're bringing in these players, it's that they're not necessarily closing off opportunities for players within the youth system. You look at a Harry Hawkins, a Cruz Allen, you look at an Owen Eames who could potentially sort of step into those midfield roles, even the likes of a Freddie Turley as well. And I think with a move for James McConnell, a loan move, I don't think it closes that door because it gives them that opportunity to have an extra year within that academy system and building and growing at Derby County to be able to sort of find the position that they sort of really thrive in. And I think what we've seen over the course of this pre-season already is a ton of youth products getting the opportunity to prove themselves. I think Isaac Gordon's been brilliant, Freddie Turley, I think Tristan Gill's stood out a little bit as well, and I think that's really important for Derby County moving forward. And I think that bringing in younger players, it then sort of opens the door for those youth academy prospects to also go on their loan spells. We've already seen Dan Cox head out on loan this summer. We may see a couple more over the course of the next few weeks, maybe the likes of Darren Robinson, Kai Robinson, some of the ones I've mentioned earlier in this video, the likes of Tristan Gill, Freddie Turley and things like that. And I think what Derby County really have to make important across the course of the next few years is making sure those academy products get the minutes and get the development that they really need. And I think with the signing of McConnell, I think it sort of opens the door for those young players to go out and get those minutes rather than them being sort of backup options for the first team, where they might get 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there, they might get 10 minutes here, they might get a start in a cup competition, but no real sort of pattern of play or anything like that where they're going to be sort of consistent starters for Derby. And I think that's really important when we're looking into these deals. Now, when you look at the likes of Ipswich, you look at West Brom, who are also keen on this deal, I think that Derby County, in terms of playing time, probably stand ahead of them in regards of what we currently have in midfield, in regards to what they have. Now, obviously, Ipswich have let one of their key players move on this summer in that central midfield role. There's probably a couple more players who may move on from Ipswich as well, and West Brom have obviously made a good start to the transfer window with bringing in a player of the likes of Nat Phillips, who Derby County fans will know well. But do they really need James McConnell? And maybe the answer to that question is no, but obviously if they're looking at the deal, they may certainly believe that he adds something to what they currently have in the building. And I think that's really important to address, not just as a Derby County fan, but also as fans of other clubs, is that a manager always thinks that they can get better and they can improve their squad. And it doesn't necessarily always happen with the transfers that they make. Like Derby County have brought in Carlton Morris and Patrick Adjumang, but there's no guarantee that they're going to be better than what Derby County had last year in Jerry Yates, Dejon Brown and James Collins. And that's obviously something which you have to wait and see. It's always going to be a little bit of a waiting game for each manager and coach of every club who is sort of building that sort of squad that has the ability and quality that they believe they need to move forward. And I think McConnell, certainly sort of improves what Derby County have in terms of depth. But does that mean that someone in the academy isn't as good as or better than James McConnell, or has the potential to be? At this moment, we can't really say that for sure. Now, there's obviously going to be a lot of movement, in my opinion, in regards to the academy and things like that, with obviously the introduction of the B team, and I do think we'll get some signings in that regard over the course of the next few weeks as well. Now, will James McConnell sign for Derby County? Will he come and join up at Moor Farm and Pride Park Stadium? I'm not entirely sure. I do think it would be a good deal for Derby, and I think it would certainly add to the midfield options. And I think with him being given a potential new contract at Liverpool, I think it certainly means that there's potential there and ability in the building with McConnell. But that is something that we're going to have to wait and see. It would be a really good move for Derby, in my opinion, but one which we're going to have to wait. I think this will be sort of a couple of weeks away before any sort of deal gets done, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, you can obviously let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments if you have not done so already. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell, and I'll catch you in my next video tomorrow. Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets.